Today's sentence comes 6 months after DePape was convicted on federal counts. Good evening. I'm Christina Rendon.
And hi, everyone. I'm Frank Malico. A judge handing down that sentence today after DePape was convicted of breaking into Nancy Pelosi's home in the city, seeking to hold her hostage, and then bludgeoning her husband, Paul, with a hammer.
KTVU's Christian Captain was inside the courtroom today. He joins us live from outside the Hall of Justice, where DePape will soon be on trial. Again, Christian, how did he react to this sentence?
Yeah, we were trying to keep an eye on him as the judge read that sentence, and he did not react very much as the judge handed down that 30-year sentence. Inside San Francisco's federal court building, U.S. District Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley handed down a 30-year sentence for David DePape following his November conviction. Christine Pelosi, daughter of Nancy and Paul, read statements from both parents describing the impact the attack had on the Pelosi family. Paul Pelosi saying, quote, "Ever since the defendant violently broke into my home and woke me up yelling, 'Where's Nancy?' at 2 a.m. on October 28, 2022, my life has been irrevocably changed." DePape's attorneys asked the judge for 14 years. Prosecutors asked for 40. The judge said DePape didn't express remorse for trying to kidnap the former speaker, and also said she had to weigh the impact DePape's actions will have on discouraging potential future politicians from ever entering public service because they're worried about the safety of their families. Christine Pelosi read a statement from her mother as well, the former of the Speaker House, saying, quote, "It is therefore necessary that the guilty party's sentence be very long as punishment for the attack and the injuries Paul continues to suffer, and as a deterrent to others considering violence against public officials." Ultimately, the judge sentenced DePape to 360 months in prison, minus 18 months for the time he's already served. The U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of California, Ismail Ramsey, issued a statement read by a spokesperson outside of the court today.
Today's sentence reflects David DePape's lack of remorse and contrition for violently assaulting Mr. Pelosi. The court's sentence will ensure that DePape will not be able to use violence to pollute the political process.
The FBI also said the sentence should be lengthy.
The brutal attack on Paul Pelosi in his home was not only an attack on an individual, but an assault on the very principles and safety and civility that form the bedrock of our democracy.
DePape's family was at the courthouse today, his son speaking out after the sentence.
I think that's quite sad. I think that's a really long time because if you think about it, right, he's already nearly 50. He's basically, it's just a death sentence.
DePape still faces trial in San Francisco Superior Court. That's the criminal court here. That is set to get underway next week. If he is convicted in San Francisco Superior Court, his state sentence would run concurrently with his federal sentence. Again, he's looking at 30 years minus those 18 months in federal prison. We're live in San Francisco. Christian Captain, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
I'm sure a lot of relief for the Pelosi family. Christian in San Francisco, thank you for that report.